can call themselves a family. Yeah, a few do. But when you came to this lot, and when you worked in those buildings, and when you wandered a lot, and Walt Disney would stop you as you walk down the path and have a conversation with you, you know, that's very special, you know. You don't see that in most companies. It's not that intimate personal feeling that we had with Walt Disney and with all of the great men and women that I was able to work with during my career here. So many of them have since retired, so many of them have passed on. And yet, you know, this company continues because there'll be surprises, and I get this all the time. A young man will come up to me and say, you know, you're Floyd Norman. And I said, yeah. He says, well, you worked with my father some years ago. And I thought, yeah, that's right. You're Robert, and I worked with your dad. And I remember your dad used to bring you in a stroller. And now he works at Disney. And then I was in the Disney commissary, and this young man walks up to me and he says, you're Floyd Norman, aren't you? And I said, yes, I am. He said, you work with my grandfather. He said, you worked with my grandfather. I said, yes, I did. Your grandfather was Cosmo Anzalotti. Yeah, I worked with Cos. That's your grandfather? Yeah. He said, and this kid is working here at Disney. So you think about the generations. And I had the opportunity to work with a very talented young man up at Pixar, Pete Docter, who did the film Monsters Incorporated, Up, and his latest film, Inside Out, will be coming out next year. Well, you know, I had the opportunity to work with Pete, and he's a great kid, very nice guy, very smart. And then I found out accidentally that I had gone to high school with his father. Oh my God. Dave Docter and I went to high school together. And yet I end up working for his son, Pete Docter, up at Pixar. And I never made the connection until Dave contacted his son and said, hey, you're working with Floyd. And Pete said, yeah, well, we went to high school together. You know, that's amazing. So these family connections, it's all through this company. I mean, it's not just fellow employees. It's like we're all part of one big family. And I think that's what makes this company so great.